Hey, it's James, Father's Rights and Resources, hashtag how I got custody. So this dad is trying to hunt down the mom who took off out of state with their kids. They're in the middle of a custody battle. She's withholding the kids. She took off out of state. The dad is trying to serve her. He pays a process server who calls her up and says, hey, I got to serve you. Can you tell me where you're at? And she hides from him. He can't find her. He tips her off that he's coming for her. So she takes off with the kids out of state. She takes off with the kids out of state. And all of a sudden she's going to say, oh, here I am. In case you're going to serve me, I'm going to let you. Like, she's hiding the kids. What makes you think you're going to give her a call and she's just going to let you, you know, she's going to let you just walk up on her and serve her? I told the dad, why don't you email the mother's attorney and say, hey, are you willing to sign an acceptance of service on her behalf? A contempt motion has to be personally served, so he has to serve it on her personally. But an attorney can sign an acceptance of service and accept service on her behalf. And if attorney's not going to do it, then attorney's being, not being above board, playing games, trying to delay everything, and showing bad faith. When if she got served, she has to turn around and email the papers to her attorney, and it's the same effect in the end. So why would he play games with it if it's inevitable, unless he's just trying to help her avoid service? Which, he's the attorney who's helping her and advising her to take off and violate the court order and hide. So it's a great setup. I'm gonna give them a chance to do something easy for everybody and then fail. And then if she comes to court saying, oh, he's stalking me and hunting me down and finding where I am and serving me. Well, your attorney had a chance to accept service. The other thing that's crazy is I didn't realize he had an attorney until halfway through the call. So he's paying an attorney a retainer of $5,000, $400 an hour. The attorney doesn't even think to ask the other attorney to accept service. The attorney says, oh, well, let's get a process server and have a dumb process server tip her off. So then I use a service called Intellius that I've done a video about before. It's helped me find a lot of stuff. People's social media, their phone numbers, their address. I punch her name in, and the guy knows that she's probably in a particular city, but he doesn't know where she lives. I punch in the name in the city. Boom. I got her address. The guy hasn't been able to find her. Already paid a process server to fail. He has an attorney $5,000. He calls me up for a few minutes, and he's got the answer. Now, I don't know why you guys don't come to me first. This guy knew me. There's people who know me, and they're calling the cops and asking the cops for legal advice, asking the family law facilitator, the clerk at the court, all these people who can't even give you advice or information. And even if they were willing to talk to you, they're going to give you the wrong answers. And you guys don't call or check with me. Maybe it's because I cost money. You'd rather spend $400 an hour on an attorney who's going to give you some stupid answers or not fight for you. This guy talked to me for a few minutes and got the address of his baby's mom when the attorney couldn't find it. And the attorney is an attorney who should have all the legal resources. I did a video on this Intellius service for you guys. I'm showing people how to, go online and get a subscription to these resources. People don't listen to me, so then they call me, and then I find it in a few minutes. But you guys still want attorneys. I show over and over and over and over how better you are without an attorney, and my feminine little scaredy cat, little cowardly, panty-wearing, gender gets scared and hires an attorney. Why? Just because you're scared. And you think an attorney's going to protect you like mommy protected you growing up. When you could do all this stuff on your own. I show you guys my winning court orders. Most of you don't know where they are, or don't know of them or haven't seen them because you don't even bother to look because you don't even care. Like some of you trust me, you believe what I say. You shouldn't believe what I'm saying just because I say it. You should trust, but verify. Go look at my winning court orders. But a lot of you, it's too hard for you to move a mouse a couple of inches on your computer to go and click on something, to go look and click on something, to see overwhelming proof that I destroyed a 17-year experienced attorney and a 40 to 50-year experienced attorney. He came on board with the mother's second attorney, had 37 years experience. He was on board for 13 years. We were in and out of court. I destroyed him in the Court of Appeals twice. Humiliated him. And I could have won a couple more appellate cases, but I just didn't want to bother with them. It wasn't worth it in the end. And I show you with my winning orders. I show you testimonials of people who text me, say, hey, I totally destroyed the mother and her attorney. And you guys still want to get attorneys because you're scared. You don't believe the overwhelming evidence that you're better off without an attorney. And a lot of you will say, well, I don't know how to do this. Well, no shit. That's why you're calling me. So learn how to do it and go do it. See, I don't know how to do this is just an excuse for I'm a scaredy cat little bitch and I don't want to learn how to do it and I don't want to fight the right way. So I'm going to spend tens of thousands of dollars on somebody who works for an industry that's proven to be a bunch of hustlers, crooks, and cons. The court system is corrupt because of attorneys, and that's like saying, "Well, I want to get some good, honorable. I want to get a good, honorable reputation as a business person in the community. I'm going to hit up the mafia and get some business ideas from them, and then you're going to expect ethical, above board business practices or advice on ethical business practices to follow." You guys can keep trusting these attorneys. Or if you have one, a lot of you guys that have one, I tell you how to light a fire under them, and you don't do that. You don't make them do a deposition. You don't make them go and quash your emergency protection order. You don't make them do discovery and get on the offensive and file motions and go for, oh, they said I can't. So what? They said that's hard. So what? You hired an attorney for $400 an hour, and their excuse to not go for custody or 50-50 is because it's hard and the court won't usually do that. Think of how stupid that is. That's like paying a doctor to do a surgery on you that may be kind of risky, and they go, you know what, it's kind of hard. Like, I didn't get in this, I didn't get in the medical industry to rescue lives and stuff. I'm just going to do the status quo and give you some pills and play the safe route. Most people talk about when they become an attorney, like, I want to go and make some change, affect some change. I want to fight for people's rights and stuff. And then you hire an attorney and they're saying, oh, this is not the way that they do it around these parts. So we just got to follow the MO of the system. Now, you got to be a stupid dumbass if you're hiring an attorney who tells you that and you keep them on board. Or you just never had the balls to stand up for yourself. Well, actually, you do. If somebody tries to rip you off when you're trying to get a tune-up and they want to add this service and that service and there's nothing wrong with your car, you say, look, dude, stop hustling me. Just shut up and give me, just shut up and do what I asked you to do. You get lube on filter, they try and sell you some windshield wipers. They try and sell you this. They try and sell you that. Like, no, dude, just leave me alone. I'm just getting a lube on filter, getting out of here. You'll stand your ground on that. But an attorney says, pay me $5,000 up front. We're going to get you 50-50. And then you come on board and like, you know what? It's going to be kind of hard. You know what? This judge doesn't like fathers. You know what? This is the way that it is. Now, all of a sudden, they're not going to make good on their promise, on their sales pitch. And you're still sticking with them. If you're at Ruth Chris Steakhouse and you ordered a medium well steak and it's rare, would you say, oh, I don't want to send it back. I don't want to hurt the chef's feelings. You tell your attorney, look, I want to go for 50-50. Well, that's hard. Well, I want to try it anyway. I know other people got 50-50. Psh, your attorney bitch slaps you and you go, oh, I'm sorry for even asking. And you're the freaking boss. You're the one paying them the money. This is why I get upset as I do and I talk as harshly as I do. Because we men are the pussy sissy cowards who allow this system to keep going the way and churning along the way it does. Because we won't stand up for stuff on our individual case. I got a guy